First, I want to say, this anime is very sad. The Summer Hikaru Died is an anime about grief and depression. It's about a high school boy named Yoshiki, who I'm pretty sure is gay, and he's trying to cope with the death of his best friend Hikaru. The animation style is more realistic. This art style really fits the theme of the anime. It is more grounded, realistic, and it adds to the horror element of the series. The Summer Hikaru Died's visuals also very well represent the character's emotions. It won't make any sense to you unless I first explain the actual story. Now I've explained the general plot, but I don't think that's enough here. So let's get started. The setting is in a modern small town called Kubitachi Village, and Hikaru, Yoshiki's best and childhood friend, has been missing for a whole week. Yoshiki and the other villagers are searching desperately for Hikaru, and luckily, despite the title being The Summer Hikaru Died, the villagers find Hikaru. Skip forward 6 months later, Hikaru and Yoshiki are hanging out at an ice cream shop as a way to cool down from the summer heat. However, the ice cream shop isn't actually selling any ice cream at all, and so instead they get these little plastic bottles full of this candy liquid thing, some kind of Japanese thing, I don't know what it is. But they're sitting there on the bench. And all this time during the 6 months that Hikaru has been back, Yoshiki has been kind of suspicious because Hikaru has been acting just a little bit different. Just enough for Yoshiki to notice. So Yoshiki says, and here we learn that the real Hikaru really did die, and this monster cursed demon thing has taken over Hikaru's life. Yoshiki's emotions here are very complicated. He's just learned that his suspicions are correct. His very best friend in the whole world, Hikaru, is dead, and he's been replaced by this monster. He looks, sounds, and acts just like Hikaru. He even has all Hikaru's memories. Yoshiki is feeling many conflicting emotions. He's sad, he's scared, and he's shocked at this monster posing as his best friend. He doesn't know what the monster wants. He doesn't know what the monster is gonna do to him. He doesn't know anything, except that this monster is slowly approaching him, getting closer and closer. He wonders if it's the end for him, but no. Instead of killing him, this monster embraces him. Yoshiki is frozen, still processing all his emotions, while this monster, using Hikaru's voice, tells Yoshiki how much he cares about him, and how he loves being friends with Yoshiki, and experiencing all these new things. He tells Yoshiki that he won't kill him and asks to keep his true identity secret. Outside, on a bench, being embraced by this monster, Yoshiki sits there, still processing his emotions. After what seems like hours, Yoshiki finally decides what to do. He embraces the monster, promising to keep the secret of his identity hidden. But why? Why does he choose to stay friends with this monster? Why doesn't he go to the other villagers to get help? The answer is actually in a previous scene, but it comes up again in this next one. In this scene, Yoshiki and Hikaru are riding their bikes home when they come across a red dragonfly. Hikaru asks about the kind of dragonfly it is. Yoshiki explains that it's a summer darter dragonfly, which looks exactly like the autumn dragonfly. However, there are two different kinds of dragonflies. It might seem kinda random, but this scene was on purpose. This scene represents the two Hikarus, the fake and the real. Even though they look and act the exact same, they're different. Yoshiki starts questioning himself again. He asks himself why he's still hanging out with this fake Hikaru. He expresses his fear and he really just wants to stop. But then he remembers. But even if he's a fake, I want him to stay. Those are Yoshiki's words. And it's something he said before. Back on the bench at the ice cream shop, that's the exact same thing he said. He knows it's wrong, and he thinks he's messed up for going along with it. He's trapped. He's just as comforted by the fake Hikaru as he is afraid of him. He's stuck in the loop of being afraid and comforted. He wants to leave, but he can't. And that's what this summer Hikaru died is all about. If you watch this to the end, congratulations. Honestly, I think this was a very boring video now that I look back on it. But you actually watched the whole thing. Wow. You have patience. But anyway, that's all I had to say, so I'll see you in the next one.